Are there land masses outside of the ice wall, and have you visited them? A lot of people who visited the other side seem to change their view about Earth's real shape and appearance. I was curious about it. What do you have to say about that, Darius? Have you ever accidentally seen people you know or don't know engaged in something that you might not want to see, and did you watch? I've never heard you talk about aliens before, Darius, but have you ever met any? A lot of people who visited the other side seem to change their view about Earth's real shape and appearance. I was curious about it. What do you have to say about that, Darius?
Okay, so coming straight, the Earth is not a spinning ball in space. It's a fixed. There's I've shared this in the nature of reality. It's fixed. There's a dome above, a firmament, right? The earthly realm is within a construct, and this construct, when you leave your body and you leave the construct completely, you view it. I'll actually share my screen. All right. So when I've shared this image many times in a lot of the interviews that I've done to try to tell people what this construct, the earthly realm, looks like, without going against a lot of belief systems and things that then people just don't really goes.
Which would be hard. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, we're not spinning. The space is not what it's. A lot of this stuff is deceptions and lies, right? When you're out of this construct, pretty much this is the best image. It's not verbatim, but it's the best one that I could find based off of what I've been showing many times, how the construct is in the realm is. It's a fixed, immovable object. It is a ball, but when you're inside of it, right? This is where it goes into this is a better one actually. Where you go inside of the construct, you access the realms, which is like this. So we do have a core. The core actually projects a map on the moon, which shows you the entirety of this realm, even the parts that are not actually shown to us through the maps that we have today. And this is where you go into this construct here on the left. What you see on the image on the left, right, has many realms within it, right? So right now we're in realm 1, and each realm has a multi-dimensional spaces, right? So sometimes I've even seen, if I go back down to this image, sometimes I've even seen certain realms like puddles on the floor. It's like, if I zoom in there, sort of look like puddles on the floor, still fixed and immovable. It's almost like that's where you can sort of walk inside of it or enter certain constructs, realms, etc. through what you're seeing here. But I'll stop sharing my screen there.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Next question, Anthony. Let's bring up his question. While out of body, have you? Okay, I'll pull this up before I read it completely. It's up to you. Have you ever accidentally seen people you know or don't know engaged in something that you might not want to see, and did you watch? Thanks for that, Anthony.
Yes. So I've seen certain. This is why I said like it comes with like integrity and stuff like that. Like there's been things that I've seen that has been actually thought forms, right? Typically thought forms, and also people doing things that I haven't even brought up at all. I've seen very personal things people doing that I know that I'm like, I've told people, one person close to me, and I was just like, this is what has happened, so like, someone that I could share stuff with, so it's not all just myself. And I was like, don't bring it up, so this, yeah, you do. You either see thought forms, things that they're thinking that are private, or things that are actually taking place in real time. So that's including some shit that people don't want you to see. So, yeah.
There's a lot of things get blended. It must have been, is it still difficult to say, okay, well, that's a thought form that belongs to someone else, or that's something I created? Is it still difficult for you to differentiate between the two?
No. It's so when you're accessing thoughts, there's a certain feeling that comes with that versus real time. Like you just know. So it's almost like it's hard for me to explain it, but I'll try to explain it in the best way. It's like a mist in the air, but at the same time, it's very hyper real. It's like ultra, like, all right, it's like a light. So think about you see this in movies. So when you have like a light pointing at somebody, when you're viewing something in real time, that light is very clear. It's not mystical or foggy or gloomy. But when you're accessing thoughts, someone's thoughts, that's what it looks like. Like everything, that same light will turn into like a like bokeh, almost like
Mm.
crystal, like things are, it's like you're navigating like a through mist at the same time. See what I mean? It's like a very, it's different. That's the best way that I could explain it, really.
You find your students experience it the same way, or does that sort of, when it's someone else's thoughts they're tapping into, is it different for different people?
Um, I haven't actually asked, but I've when it comes to people that I teach certain things, I haven't asked the thought stuff, but
Mm.
everything else has been they've shared with me. That's pretty clear. I mean, I've even had one Derek basically was telling me that everything that I've shared is because he finally had one as well, and he said that everything that I said is exactly what he's seen.
Mm. Yeah, he
Um,
was on your channel recently, wasn't he? I
mhm.
think I watched it. It was really interesting. Deb, thanks for your question. I didn't miss it the first time, but I'll go back to your original one. I have visions, but I'm not asleep. I'm awake with my eyes closed. It's like watching a movie, but most of the time I don't know who these people are. Have you ever heard of people having visions? Well, it could be a psychic thing. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah, psychic. I mean, you could tap in and see things without um shutting down the body to such an extreme state. Like, you know, your brain wave will enter theta. At that point, you could still be conscious and awake, but then also see visions of things and access certain dimensional spaces, potential time events, and stuff like that. But
Mm.
that's all it will be. It will be visions and accessing things like that, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not like that's a below. That's just a way to do it as well. But if you want to physically be there, you have to shut down the body even further, pop out, and then those visions and things that you're seeing will be you're actually standing inside of it, interacting as if you're
Mm.
physically there. So yeah, it's another way to access certain things what you're doing. Yeah.
Uh, so here's an interesting one from Christina. Thanks for joining us today, Christina. Appreciate you coming on into the live stream. Are there land masses outside of the ice wall, and have you visited them? I don't know. What is this ice wall? Do you know what that is referring to?
Yes. Um, this is going into a topic that I'm going to be careful here because I know this is on YouTube and stuff like that. So,
Yep.
but there's more places within this realm that are this earthly realm, anyways, that is not necessarily accessible to the general public.
Hmm.
So you get the Antarctic Treaty and things like that.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, yeah, there is more.
This,
Yeah, it's this
yeah.
place is much bigger than what's advertised, really.
Let's do this one. Yeah, I've never heard you talk about aliens before, Darius, but have you ever met any?
Yeah, so I've met the tall grays. Actually,
Oh,
three
yeah.
different versions of the grays. I've met the tall ones. Like they look like very skinny and super tall. Like their neck is, I don't even know, it's like 4 inches, pretty much. Like, you know, like all the way.
Wow.
It's like very skinny all the way around. It's like they're like noodles almost, like how they're standing. I've seen those type of grays. I've seen also the one of these shorter grays, and I've also seen which I they weren't necessarily a gray, but they had like the gray skin, but they're a humanoid. It's almost like I think they were a blend between they had the humanoid body. They came to me naked, standing in my bedroom. But I have to say this, right? All of the grays, ETs, and stuff like that that I've come in contact with, none of them were evil. Actually, every single time I've come in contact with them or they've shared stuff with me, it was very accurate to certain things that were going to take place, and they actually did.
Mm.
So it's like they never shared anything with me that was deception. Like even yeah, they're sharing with me stuff related to 3 years now, what was happening in 3 years, what they were actually trying to do with also trying to yeah, a whole bunch of I won't necessarily share that here, but yeah,
Mm.
they were sharing pretty accurate stuff with me.